Get drunk.
Come on, baby. You know you want to. There you go. All right, there we go. Okay. What is up, everybody? Welcome into your weekly TBC Live, bringing it to you. We're going to talk all kinds of crazy shit tonight. Jeff is going to show me what he's drinking. Sean's going to show us nothing, but he will make very profound judgments. I can promise you that. A lot of things going on tonight. We're going to draw a winner. We're going to draw our first winner ever of the TBC Amazon gift card drawing. What do you guys think of that? I got Jeff and Sean right here.
What's up, bro? We got winners. We got winners tonight. Love it.
It's winners only tonight.
Oh, I hope not, because we only got one winner and like 500 losers.
Yeah, it's going to be a small show. She said.
Hello.
Also, we are launching season 8. This is the premiere of season 8, guys. How do you feel about starting this show back in 2015? Seems like we were just children back then. Come so far. That's what she said.
I had an appendix still.
Hello.
There you go.
Things were, I was a child.
Yeah.
I was still working for the man. I hadn't broken free and went out on my own yet. Seems like a long time ago.
You were not a small business owner.
No, I was not. But
me too. I was the same.
I think about instantly the age of my girls, where they are now versus where they were in 2015, and I couldn't get them to sit and watch a Ohio State game. Now, being 15 and 16,
you still can't get them to watch a game.
No, they will sit down and watch, and I can. They actually ask questions because they want to know what I'm screaming about. I tell them the goddamn tight end's got to seal the block. That's what it is, Ava. God damn it! You see the tight end, you hook him.
Or they can leave the room and you don't have to worry about them. Like
after a couple of those tirades, they get up and they're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
I'm a little much.
Where's my phone?
Right. Yeah. We're getting up there, man. It's a nice little run we got going.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel amazing about it, actually. So, folks, please like and subscribe to the show. You may not know, because we've gained a lot of new subscribers recently. We have daily shows on this channel. If you're on podcast, again, we have daily podcasts. We have our weekly show. We took last week off for the first time in 6 months. We were going week to week throughout the season, starting in prior to fall camp, I think. So we're back. Took 1 week off. Hope you missed us. You're going to get all your good Buckeye content here. We try and keep it in the on-field and player world. We don't venture off into the big picture, like Big Ten conference stuff. We don't talk about those backroom, cigar smoking, coffee house kind of conversations. We go full bore, players, coaches, games, heavy duty here. I wanted to give everybody kind of an idea what to expect if you're new to the show. So season 8 launching now. Bam. The players are in winter workouts. They're in their preseason. They're getting ready. We're just a couple weeks from spring practice, booting up. So this might be one of our biggest seasons of growth, and I can feel it. Jeff, do you feel it?
Is that what I'm feeling? Might be what I'm feeling.
I felt something. Something moved. Anyway, so I do want to put out something. So we're in talks with the Cohesion Foundation. I know nobody loves NIL, and I don't want to dig into it at all. I just want to let everybody know we're gonna schedule an interview with the Cohesion Foundation, and they're going to be doing an ad in the show, probably video and audio. So it should be a football player of some repute. So look for that. Cohesion Foundation. I believe there is an announcement coming very soon between Ohio State University and the Cohesion Foundation to kind of be cohesive, probably. Because how can you be a Cohesion Foundation if you're not cohesive? And, you know.
My question, I have a question to that, Joe. Just
go.
Is there a type? What kind of dance does the university have to have with maybe the other, NIL associations, or what, the Cardell Jones and Ryan Schottenstein?
Yeah. I get where you're going, and I think
they're big. That's a big people to have important to your university. Are you strictly going to be a one association school, or are you going to be able to be friends with all of them?
Well,
because are they being competitive with each other? I mean, do you have to choose sides of which?
No. I think you could be part of both. Because
that's my question. That's my question, really. Can it be done, or are feelings going to get hurt and money going to get withdrawn because their ego got
that's
bruised?
A part where we thinking. Disconnect, because again, we are.
Me and you. What do you say?
This show is disconnected from feelings about collectives being hurt by another collective. I don't have time for that. I don't think you guys even want to talk about that, right?
I would just say that I would think that you'd want as many collectives and as many things and as many heads and as much money coming in as possible.
Right.
I think it's all good.
Sure. I'm saying my question was like, are egos gonna get involved, and people start pulling any money they might be donating because, well, you're not really showing us the love, you're showing these people more love. Hope that's what I was bringing up, just the chance of that happening. Just looking as a possible pitfall of teaming up with one foundation.
Yeah, and that's not
speculation.
Our concern, because I've only had one foundation that has actually been willing to work with me. The other one was very defensive and touchy and not so reliable. Just leave it at that. So when you have two foundations to choose from, I saw the writing on the wall a couple months ago, and I'm like, well, this company, or I shouldn't say company, this foundation is running their foundation
this LLC.
Very structured like a company with, dealing with a director of communications or whatever the structure is. But anyway, I don't want to, we don't need to spend 5 minutes talking about this shit. All right. So folks, tomorrow we are announcing our next Amazon gift card giveaway, because we are on the race for 600. We hit 500 last week. We slammed that thing in like 4 days. We ran through 500. I think we're at like 522 or something right now. So we're going to hit 600 really quickly. And we could be doing this whole drawing again next week. But I want to thank all of our awesome subscribers. You guys, the people that have been here since day one, even the newbies that just came in last week or two. Thank you. Jeff and Sean, thank you. I'm sure, maybe not Sean. I don't know. So we're doing another drawing for an Amazon gift card probably next Sunday. So every 100 subs, we're doing the Amazon gift card drawing, and we typically like to do it on Sunday nights. But when we get to 1,000, keep this in mind. And you can re-enter. There are no limits on entering these contests. So you can re-enter. When we get to 1,000, we have the big dog, the hundo, the $100 gift card. That's the big money. And I think we might be there in 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. So stay subscribed. Don't subscribe and just unsubscribe. You got to be subscribed to be entered in the drawing. So
yeah, you can like you said, Joe, you can re-enter for every drawing. So you don't have to go through the exercise of unsubscribing, resubscribing. We don't need all that. Just stay in there. You're subscribed once, you're taken care of. Just stay locked in.
You like and comment on the announcement videos. Like I said, tomorrow morning we have a new announcement video coming for the race to 600. That's what I'm calling it. The race to 600 subs. And just like and comment on that. If you're already subscribed, you're good to go.
But
and
Joe,
just
can
one entry.
Can they?
What?
Sorry, I'll say, can they also dislike and comment? They can tell you, just tell us how bad we are.
No, because I'll know.
All right.
It's YouTube only. So I know podcast listeners, you guys, I will have the link in the show description, in the show notes. You can click right over to YouTube and subscribe, subscribe, comment. You could actually do it in reverse order. You could go comment, subscribe, like, or any mixture of the three. There's so many combinations, Jeff. You might not even know. So just do that Monday morning, and we're going to hit 600 quickly. Sean, how do you feel about that?
No, I couldn't believe the exponential growth. I think, especially this last year, with, the serious, couple serious interviews that we had, a couple big time names that we pulled, and we start getting traction like that. And I think it'll continue to grow and onward and upward. And it's been fun little ride.
Yeah, that's what she said. And again, I'll keep it clean.
Hello.
Keep it clean. There's new visitors here. Come on, clean the place up.
I've been told that since I was 12.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope everybody's in here. That is.
Now we're locked in.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do the spinner. We're gonna do the random comment picker, and they're gonna choose a winner. I have to go and make sure that the winner is a subscriber. So I am pulling up the subscriber list here, and lifetime. There we go. So we're going to do the official drawing right now. Jeff is going to give me Sean is going to give me a drum roll, and then Jeff is going to give him a drum roll starting now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. I got to share my screen so everybody's watching. Zoom it, share it. If you want to love it, share it. That's what she said. Okay, everybody watch. Here we go. I am pasting in the video link, and we're clicking fetch because we're all dogs. No replies, no duplicates, because only single comments. Here we go. Loading. We load 78 comments. Okay. Now we're going to pick a winner. Where's that drum roll? You guys still have that? Or did you waste it?
Here we go.
All right. We're going to do it. Are you ready? You ready? Ready? Go. Super Guppy is the winner. So let's go make sure old Super Guppy is a subscriber. Stop sharing. Take your time. Talk about stuff if you like. I do need to make sure that this is official. Okay. You guys want to talk about something?
Yeah, I'll talk about
Pick
something.
a topic.
Jeff, so you saw that text Joe sent earlier with McCord's Heisman odds, and yeah, those look like nice odds to throw a little change at. I just want to know what my boy Brown's odds are. Is he up there? Is he getting twice that?
I haven't checked the Heisman odds at all. I just saw what Joe had sent us with the plus 2,000 from McCord. I cannot imagine that that Devin Brown is anywhere less than plus 3,500.
That's what I was thinking exactly. Probably right in there.
Okay, we're having trouble finding
that's good money there,
Super
Sean.
Guppy here. So
Super Guppy is not his real name. It's an alias.
Keep going. I'm digging.
Catch me if you can. So Sean, is that really good money though at 3,500 for Devin Brown?
Well,
because we don't know anything right now. We don't know anything.
Well, here's the thing: if he comes out of spring and he's the starter,
a pure.
If he comes out of spring as the starter, it's going to go Devin Brown plus 1,500.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those odds are going to change drastically. Yes. Yeah, he'll jump ahead of what McCord is now for sure.
And McCord will probably come down too, I think.
But that's but that's not the same return. I mean, you're purely making a guess at this point. It's just a total chance. If you found $200 on the street somewhere and you're like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna buy lottery tickets. No, just put 200 on Devin Brown winning the Heisman. I mean, pretty much the same way. It's even better odds, actually, a lot better odds. But you don't know. We have no idea.
No,
we haven't seen anything from him. So
I think it's good money either way. Is what I'm saying. Is because I mean, if you're the guy at Ohio State, which quarterback isn't usually invited to New York,
right?
And the way that we run the system and the talent that's around him,
we've had 3 straight, yes, or 4. Well, I don't know. Braxton made it to New York. JT never made it to New York, but the following 3 after JT did. So we had 4 in 5 years, or 4 out of 5 quarterbacks made it to New York. Yeah, you'd like to think it, but Sean, me personally, a dude that's never played or hasn't won a job yet. I haven't even seen him play. I don't, sparingly.
What I'm saying is,
I would not bet money. I would not bet more than $5 on that bet of even at plus 3,500. And I haven't looked it up. I'm not, I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing.
I can get those odds for you. Okay, we do have the official winner is right here. Super Guppy is the winner. I will contact you, Super Guppy, or you can contact me however you like. Reach out to me to collect your prize. That he did actually have a comment. He or she, I can't judge. And his comment, don't make me say they. Don't fucking make me say they. I will not. Will not do it, Jeff.
Him or her.
They said, keep on tracking, buddy. So that was 5 days ago. That's legit. They liked, subscribed, and commented. Followed the rules to a T. That's how you win money here in our Amazon gift card giveaway on the Buckeye Cast.
Super Guppy. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You did it right and you won, my man. Or my girl. Good luck.
Or my Russian bot.
Whatever.
Super
Doesn't
Guppy
matter.
All right, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
We'll get that.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for getting to 500. Appreciate that.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We had 78 entrants.
We'll take it. But that's it. Tells everybody get it. Everybody gets into that drawing because look, out of 500 subscribers, you had 78 people in that drawing for, for the prize. So get in. It's good odds. It's good odds to not have to do anything. It's not, it's not like we're making you buy a ticket. Good deal.
Right.
Let's talk some football.
All right.
Joe.
Yeah. So props to Super Guppy. Like I said, new announcement coming out tomorrow morning. We're going the race to 600. Then guess what? We're going to be racing to 700 after that, 800, 900. Then the big dog, the 1,000 subs gets us a $100 gift card to one of you lucky subscribers. All right, guys. So I heard you hashing out the Heisman odds for Devin Brown versus Kyle McCord. Where did you arrive there?
Well, basically what I came up with is
Nothing.
You threw McCord at 2,000 to us. Me and Jeff both agree if Brown's even listed, it'd probably be at around 3,500 or so.
No, he's 6,600.
6,600. I love it. I love both of them.
You want some of that action?
I love McCord at 20, and I love Devin Brown because I just feel like whoever is the quarterback at Ohio State is going to be probably invited to New York. They always are, or they have been. I'd just be surprised with the way that our offense operates, with the weapons that he's going to have to throw to.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised whoever gets that nod isn't a stud. And I think once McCord solidifies it and through spring, I'll bet you McCord goes down to about 1,200.
Yeah.
So I like the odds.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just replying to some comments here. We got a good comment by App J. They said, hope he doesn't get eaten before he or she collects it. Guppies have short lifespans. Yeah. Happy Sunday to Asher Skylark. Thank you for the congrats. Appreciate you guys. We're going to keep in touch, and we reply to all comments and questions in the chat. Me, Jeff, and Sean will constantly be monitoring, mostly me. And Tyrone is back in here. Tyrone, where you been, man? Haven't heard from you in weeks and weeks. Tyrone says he's excited to see what McCord can do. We had one game worth against Akron. Not sure that's worth anything, but
it's over. That's 2 seasons ago. I mean, his development has to be, if he's expected to win the starting position, his development is going to be leaps and bounds from what we even saw against Akron. He was at that game he was a true freshman early in the season. Trying to run that offense with so much skill, he's probably a little overwhelmed. We really can't take much into that. But we just know the talent's there, so it's just a matter of getting it to, it's really tough to read on anything because we have really nothing from the other guy, and really I consider very little to go off of McCord as far as tape wise.
Yeah.
But so it's pretty much gonna be one in those scrimmages in practice, those ones on ones, goal line situations, that kind of stuff, no turnovers, that shit in spring ball that they're really gonna hammer. That's what it's gonna come down to, because
but
there's no
Sean,
tape. There's not enough tape on either.
Well, no, but Sean, you have to agree with the fact that it's asinine and it's bad business to make a decision after spring ball, right?
I don't know. To me, there's a couple trained schools of thought on that topic.
It takes your quarterback room down significantly. When you want 4 guys, it takes it down to 3.
Why did Urban Meyer do it with Haskins and Burrow?
I don't know. It's kind of stupid, don't you think?
No, I think he did it because I think he got the respect of the players and saying, "Hey, I'm going to do what's right by you, no matter what." And not going to hold you up because I know you can play, and you're not going to resent me because I held you back and held you on the bench. I'm going to let you go because I know you're good enough, and not string you along.
Hold up, Sean. I don't care about resentment from a player that is leaving. I care about the future of this team. And if Kyle McCord gets injured this year, who is his backup? You got to think long term, man. I don't think this should be an option.
And to me, these kids all talk. And if you get a bum rap like you're not taking care of your players, and this coach fucked me, then then I think you got a problem long term. Like, hey,
I don't. Whoa. How's that happen in this case? How's anybody getting fucked?
I'm not saying in this case it necessarily is, but in the case with Haskins and Burrow, it certainly was. And I thought what Herb did was the right thing to do. These guys are both so young. I don't feel that you have to do that necessarily after spring. If it's that close, if it's not close, then go ahead and just announce it. But if it's neck and neck, yeah, I don't think you need to necessarily do it after spring ball this year.
Go, Joe. Okay, Jeff doesn't want to talk. All right.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, it didn't connect. You started spinning for a second. But I was hearing Sean. I see it both ways, man. I mean, like, you got to worry. You have to constantly, with that transfer portal and everything open, you do have to portray the right intentions at all times. But at the same time, Joe, like you say, protect the program as far as you need both of them going into the fall. You want to have both because something's going to happen to the starter. You need that quality backup. But Sean, Sean's right in a point where do you want to give that guy, because that guy's going to leave either way. I think the guy that loses that job, I think he leaves in the spring or leaves in the fall.
Well,
so
you can't leave in the fall. You can't. You physically can't.
I don't even think you worry about. I don't even think you worry about him leaving this year, and I don't think it'd even be a case this year because he's only been in the program for 1 year, right? I mean, I think you got be in 2 years, get the best coaching, but I would think next year at this time, you would want to know going into this, especially if McCord was the starter last year, depending on how he did. Okay, I'm coming in here, and if I can beat him out, I want to stay, but if not, I'm gone. But we're a year away from that. So, in my opinion,
Joe, when does the transfer portal? All right, so when's the closing time after spring? And that springtime with that closing date, and then when it opens back up, because it opens back up during the season, correct?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the dates and stuff, but
okay, I think I want to say something like beginning of May. And then it closes, and then opening back up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I want to say like late October, because we've had guys jump in the portal during the season. So I'm pretty sure it does open back up sometime in the fall. So that would be the time that we would lose maybe if Devin Brown is not the starter at the beginning of the season. It does.
Let's keep in mind he's only been on campus for 1 year.
It does seem like we're going to have both of them to start the season next year, but
I think you have to.
But the one that's not playing will be jumping in that portal as soon as it opens, I believe. The McCaffrey kid at Nebraska.
Well, he
jumped ship as soon as that window's open. He said, "I'm out."
Well, that's a different situation. I wouldn't compare that to this because. I'm just saying the date of when he did it. That's all. That's the only thing I'm comparing to this. Well, I'm saying, I get your point. But if Kyle McCord is a one and done like Dwayne Haskins, then why would Devin Brown leave? And so that's the point where Devin Brown has to wait until Kyle McCord makes his decision after the season. Could be next January, right? where Kyle McCord decides, okay, I had a great year, I had a mediocre year, I need to come back, or I'm ready to jump because I've been in the system for 3 years and I'm like, it's going to take, I mean, we're going to know it. We're going to see it on the field. We won't need to wait probably on his decision. We're going to see, okay, well, he just put up Dwayne Haskins numbers, 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. He's probably going to jump to the NFL and probably should. But if it's, less than, more mediocre numbers, like a 3,500 yard, 35 touchdown season, and there's some
8 turnovers,
bad games, a couple losses mixed in there, that's going to be huge. So then you could see Kyle McCord coming back, and that's when Devin Brown has to make his call. He's like, look, Kyle's coming back for another year. I don't want to be here for a 3rd and 4th year, so it's all about the kid and like what kind of, I don't know, impatience they have, really. It's going to play out. It's all going to play out, just like the coaches are going to watch it play out in practice. We're going to watch it play out this fall on the field. And that's going to determine if Kyle is, Kyle might be the next, Justin Fields, even better. We don't know. He could be a one and done guy easily with the talent around him. I would not be surprised if he puts up a 5,000 yard passing season.
I agree, Joe. I agree. I agree with how that whole scenario, how it should play out. I mean, I think that's how it should. I guess it depends on how Devin Brown, the type of kid, or what his feelings are like coming out of spring. If it does look like McCord is in the lead,
and don't rule out injury.
Or even if Ryan Day does announce that Ryan Day is, or that McCord is the leader, is the starter coming out of spring. So starting fall, he will be a starter. You're right. And Devin Brown, I think it does make sense for him to stay, because I see a very good possibility of McCord being that 1 year NFL type level quarterback. Maybe not the stats of my mind just blanked on it. The 50 touchdown season.
Dwayne.
But establishes himself as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
the Haskins season is what I'm referring to. Sorry,
I wouldn't rule anything out with McCord.
We would like to see Devin Brown stick around.
The thing is,
if he thinks he's very close to winning that job, he's going to jump. I'm afraid to jump.
Go, Sean.
I think he's
well. I mean, if you think that McCord's going to be there next year and isn't NFL worthy, then I think even going into it, Brown would think, hey, and have a talk with Day. Hey, is this an open competition here? We had 2 losses, and he was mediocre at best. And I think it'd be an open competition. And again, I think at that point after spring ball, someone would have to start making some decisions.
And that brings Lincoln Kienholz into the conversation. If you're talking about, letting everybody else into the competition, then that becomes suddenly a 3-man competition. And we don't even know who's coming in 2024, which, we've done really well late in cycles the year before to bring in a stud 4 or 5-star quarterback for that next cycle. So that could bring a 4th person into the equation. So yeah, it's going to play out. I don't see the advantage of naming a starter after spring. I know it sounds nice. I think it's just coach speak, and I don't see how that helps your program or even your credibility by naming somebody, unless the other person. I think I said this before. If the other competitor in the conversation just falls flat on his face, they're only getting 15 practices. So what can happen that bad in 15 practices to make that other person look that bad and that other person look that great? I mean, we're dealing in cunt hairs here, guys.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know you
going
guys know
into it,
that.
but going into it, McCord is, to me, I mean, the clear-cut leader. I mean, because he was second
It
out. He
has
beat
to
the
be.
guy going
It
in.
has to be.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
we've seen
I
tape.
think if he goes out there and he just has a rock solid spring, I could see him saying, "Yeah, McCord's our guy."
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Right. But again, you don't announce that after spring. You sit on that because maybe it is that close. Like, because we know Devin brings different qualities to the position. You know, he's got the personality. Guys gravitate towards him. Things you can't quantify, you know, but then things you can quantify are like athleticism. You know,
but yeah,
the
he's
ability to
a lot more
escape
athletic, right? Joe, Joe, he
on
has a
his
little
feet.
more of an
Yeah.
element, right? So right, like he might be able. We might have McCord coming in as the preferred starter or the thought to be starter, ahead in the line, and he might be performing great. But if Devin Brown is showing, like, if he's making big plays too and showing at a high level,
Yeah.
it's still a competition. But McCord could Devin Brown could make it a real competition, even if McCord plays great. Is what I guess what I'm saying, because of his other capabilities. So, yeah, I mean, the scenario you played out earlier, it makes sense that McCord wins the job and Brown does stay. Yeah, because we've seen a lot of quarterback injuries at Ohio State too, and so you always got to stick around and be ready. So hopefully we can keep the two of them, at least definitely through this year. At least go through the season with them, and not have any of this in the locker room of the talk of unhappiness or whatever. But I think we have two very capable quarterbacks. I'm excited to have either one starting, but I hope we can hold on to both. But you never know. It's the spring. We don't know how it's going to turn out. If they both look great and Ryan Day names a starter, well, then I think the other one jumps. But we'll see. They're going to try to play it cool. But Ryan Day is going to also think about the next couple of years, quarterbacks coming in, seeing what he's doing with these guys. If there's something he needs to do it right, he's going to make it right. I think because he's going to have his mind on the other guys coming in.
Do you think NIL starts to come into this, and you'll have players? Sure. You'll have players saying, and I don't know all the laws and rules by it, but you might have a player, say McCord or Brown, that's getting contacted by some whatever out of Alabama, and it's a couple $1 million deal, and he goes to coach and say, "Coach, look, I've got this huge opportunity in front of me. Where am I at on this thing? Is that going to start coming into play in this new world?" I mean,
I can fucking see it. I could definitely see that coming into play.
I think that's already happening, guys. I think we're behind.
Well, no, I mean, no, I'm not. We've seen so many transfers that look kind of, it was almost like the writing was on the wall. Jordan Addison going from Pittsburgh to USC. It was strictly a USC saying, "Hey man, come out here and play with us. If I got the Heisman, we're gonna have a Heisman candidate quarterback. Let's have fun out here. We're gonna pay you big money." He just bounces. So yeah, I know that tampering it's happening, but the coaches aren't reporting it, and they're not calling it out because they're all willing to be able to do it. So they don't want to call other people out. So it's going to
bitch about it, but not name names.
That's what I'm saying. Until they start doing that and they really try to stop it, this is going to happen. So the NIL money is going to play a huge part in getting some kids. If they're not really locked in, flashing of money will always get people's attention. Always. Cash wins. We all know that. in all walks of life, and especially with 18-year-olds. Especially with 18-year-old, high level athletes that want to be they want to be respected, and they want to be recognized as worth money, and and all that stuff. So until
let's not dwell on this.
Until the cap gets put on that, it's going to continue to happen in Tampa.
Yes, NIL is a side piece, sometimes more centerpiece in every conversation about whether it's college or high school player. It's part of the conversation. It's part of the attraction. So it's always going to be a factor going forward. All right. So let's talk about some other stuff here. What do you guys want to talk about? You want to go running back room, crowded running back room? You want to talk safety driven and mediocre defense? Do you want to talk Notre Dame needs a pot of gold? We got my guy. Somebody retracted a message. Wish I would have seen that. Tyrone. He's looking forward to the Notre Dame discussion because he lives in Notre Dame country. What do you guys want to do?
Let's hit that running back room.
You want to go RBs? All right, let's go RBs.
Oh, yeah, Joe, how healthy?
I love RBs. I miss RBs.
How healthy is Evan Pryor going to be for the spring? Most important question that I want answered out of that room. He's ruled out completely.
Yeah.
Damn.
Still rehab.
Okay. I'm super excited about that kid. I just, when you're missing like a whole cycle, and we had 3 dudes emerge in that backfield. You know what I mean? It's just going to be hard to jump back in that moving wheel because nobody's left. Evan Pryor's probably one of the top 2 or 3 most talented in that room, but it might not relate. It might not relate to the playing time, even this year. Even if he's 100%, this is what we're looking at for
spring. Chip and Dallin Hayden are getting all the reps. Nobody else is available.
Sure. Yeah,
that's what you got to look at.
Because we played with 4 injured running backs last year,
and that's why I kind of disagree with the premise that it's a crowded running back room. I don't think it's crowded at all, and I think you're going to have.
The Boston came out.
I can smell the Canada on your breath.
The
Sam Adams was like leaking out of
two of these guys are going to be hurt almost all year.
You twos.
2 of these guys are going to be hurt all year. So why do you think it's so deep?
I agree, Sean.
Well, that's the thing. Okay. So we're looking at, we have our 3rd and 4th running backs are the only 2 getting reps in spring. So 1 and 2 are out with surgeries because they were injured all of last year, off and on, whatever. So they had surgeries. And then our 5th running back, who was actually our 3rd at the start of last season, who was down at 5th coming back from an injury, still is not in spring. So after 3 and 4, 5's already out also. So who's number 6? Just out of curiosity in the Ohio State backfield. Is Xavier Johnson number 6? And then after that, it's walk-ons.
Yeah. Well, they don't do more than 5.
Well, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no other running backs in the program outside of a Chip Trainum, linebackers, Hayden, Mayan. Right. Okay. And so Xavier Johnson's pretty much number 6. Well,
they don't even go that deep though. They keep a 5-man room.
Right. I understand. Yeah.
Chip is solid. He's not moving to linebacker. Chip is solid at the running back room. That's it. That's the list. So
you know what? And I like the way Chip ran against Michigan. I'm gonna say that again. I'll say it till next season.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
But you think about what we do have a kind of it's kind of a gluttonous. If you look at the 5 on the roster now, you can't really think about it because reality is reality, and there's always injuries, and 3 of them are coming back from injuries. But the 3 coming back, if they come back, the 3 are really good, and the 2 that are healthy are really good. So I don't think we have 5 after spring ball. I don't think all 5 are still here. We've heard rumors about, they're getting post. People are looking at them. They're looking to see if they come back from these injuries after these surgeries. So I think spring ball, it's going to be a lot of tampering in the running back room. I don't think all 5 make it to August.
Yeah. Sean, what do you think? How do you think this plays out? Because we got 5 guys that had carries last year, and 5 guys are not going to have carries this year.
All 5 are legit. I think all 5 of the guys that the 5 main ball carriers, I think we're all legit.
Hold on. Sean.
Well, I mean, I think this should be Travion Henderson's year to shine and to become, a running backs aren't that highly valued, but a top 20, ish pick, like a total stud running back. And I think he needs to do that. So I think if he's fully healed, I don't know what happens with Mayan Williams. If Mayan's not playing, and train him, and if Hayden looks good in this spring, I don't know why Hayden kind of got some shade. I felt like both Trainum and Hayden got a little shade at the end of the year when they started putting Xavier Johnson in. It's like, why didn't they trust these guys? But now they're going to get all the reps in spring, so we'll see which one of those guys emerges. One of them is going to have their heart broken. I think at least they're going to say, look, I put in all the work all spring, and boom, when fall comes, I'm fucking 4th or 5th on the depth chart.
Yeah. I think what we're dealing with Travion and Evan Pryor is mostly recovery. Like Travion has a more recent surgery. Obviously, Evan has had his like 9 months ago, but still, why expose him in spring to something that you don't need to? Give him the summer and the fall camp to get up to speed. But again, Travion, definitely recovering. Mayan is probably just being kept out because he's had a lot of reps in the last 2 years. I mean, if you look at it, the dude,
the most by far.
Right. So that's the only reason Mayan's being held out. I don't think he had a surgery or anything like that.
I thought that was foot. I thought his foot needed I thought he needed a minor thing on his foot. Maybe it was just an injury that didn't need surgery, just rest. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
But I was referring to him and Travion as far as having foot surgeries.
To me, I
might have been wrong there. I might have been.
The logical progression in the running back room is that Travion shows out this year, goes to the NFL. Pryor still kind of takes a back seat, and then next year's Pryor's year. I think next year going into it, Pryor's probably number 1 as long as he's healthy. With Hayden nipping on his heels.
Yeah, Tyrone in the chat just mentioned the concern about Hayden going to Tennessee, and that's a legit concern because the amount of carries he got last year as a true freshman. I mean, he's going to be expecting. I mean, who's going to want to take a back seat from their freshman year to their sophomore year? What is that? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're Dallin Hayden, I think he's obviously getting approached. Is he looking, And Evan Pryor is a slightly different kind of back. Tony Alford was saying they want to use him from like that Xavier Johnson point of view, more of a receiving running back. So again, he's going to be very limited, but Dallin Hayden is the guy you got to be very concerned about. I agree 100% with Tyrone. Obviously, Tennessee's throwing bags around, no longer McDonald's bags, but real bags that you can actually, see.
Yeah, I mean, we heard about that back in January, right, Joe? That when we first heard about Tennessee coming hard. So the tampering's there. I mean, it's out in the wind. But he's going to get a lot of work. He's going to be the top. He's going to be running first team this spring. So that's going to keep him. I mean, if he stays on to that number 1 spot where he's getting all the one team reps, because if I'm figuring with him and Chip, they're running Dallin Hayden as first team back. As that goes on in spring, and those guys the other guys aren't even there to get a look. The other three that would be a potential, competition, he's got to come in to fall as the starter. So he's not gonna feel like he needs to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna feel like he's on track to be the starter, and he's gonna be like, y'all need to figure it out. I'm here. So I would imagine he would have that mindset coming in because he's gonna have that through spring. If he stays healthy, huge, that's a huge deciding factor. But when everybody comes back healthy in the fall, I think it's as open as it can be. I don't think Travion's promised anything. I think it's what are y'all gonna do? You're injured. You gotta show something because this dude that stays healthy, he's ready. He's here. The young guy's coming. It's a competition. So if Travion's 100% healthy, I think Travion's still the best running back. But if he takes it lightly, Dallin Hayden's gonna have a full head of steam, hopefully, coming through spring into fall. So and then we're gonna lose. We might lose two of them before the season ends. We're gonna lose one of them to injury for sure. Maybe another two to transfer, but.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a total coin flip at that point because so too many guys coming back from injury to really put to really call the race. You know what I mean?
Well, the injuries are what really screwed the room going forward, is because it gave everybody else behind the starters reps, and now they
backed
proved
it up. It backed it up a year. Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily Chip so much. I would put Chip on the back burner, but Dallin, and then let's see what Evan Pryor can do in summer and fall camp. And it's his third year. It's Evan Pryor's third year. Even if he gets a medical red shirt, it's still his third year. That clock is ticking. He wants reps.
And
Dallin Hayden wants reps.
If Mayan Williams didn't get injured last year, Mayan Williams wouldn't be back this year. If he would have stayed healthy last year, Mayan Williams wouldn't be here. So they're saying like the timeline got pushed back year, but he still had guys coming in, and then the old guys got pushed back another year of production. Right. So now there's a little bit of a logjam. We need to hold on to some guys to spread it back out. We missed a running back in this previous class, so we got to replenish with 2 in 24, in my opinion. We got to, because we could lose 4 this year. 4 of those guys could be gone. So we need to replenish with 2 in this next class.
Agreed.
Top flight. Tony Alford. God damn it. Him and Heartline go together. I don't fucking travel in partners. You get double miles, whatever.
Yeah, that's the plan for
I want to see the best tailbacks in the country, every fucking running back that you think can be an Ohio State tailback. You go see him.
Well, if you listen to the Daily Blitz this week, I actually touched on offensive recruiting, and we have 2 in-state running backs that are for the 24 class that easily should be Buckeye commits. Now, Michigan is in hard on Jordan Marshall. He's a 4-star out of Cincinnati Moeller. And then you got, quick trivia question.
I heard about that Marshall kid. I've heard about him last year.
Okay. So quick trivia question. Where is Millersburg, Ohio?
Millersburg.
Without Googling it.
I'd go southeast, southeast down towards maybe Ironton.
I'd go southwest.
Towards Cincinnati, Dayton.
Yeah, towards Miamisburg and Miami, Ohio.
Yeah. Somebody tried to call me out the other day on I think it was Twitter or something, saying that how are you from Ohio and not know where Millersburg is? I was like, well, I'm from Northwest Ohio.
Oh, we grew up in Tiffin, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Where is Millersburg?
It is north central, like east of Mansfield, south of Worcester.
Oh, you know what? When we drove to, dude, it was probably one of those. Is it a fucking like one stoplight fucking town we drove through on
Seems that
224 going
way.
to Willard?
Yeah. Like
Or
Loudonville.
Norville, and like
Loudonville, Belleville, all the
Do you
villas.
have your own school, asshole? We can talk about where the fuck is Millersburg. It's probably one of those blink ass towns that we just drive 70
Yeah,
through and
it's
hope
West
there's not a
Holmes
cop
High
watching.
School.
West Holmes. Okay.
Holmes.
All right.
So it's in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, you go past Bucyrus, Mansfield, down old Route 29. We all know Route 29, don't we? No. Down there near Holmesville.
It's in our neck of the woods. It's in our neck of the woods, but that's a
North of
little east of us.
Coshocton.
That's some
Between
buddies that
Coshocton and Worcester, before you get to New Philadelphia.
I had some buddies that I grew up with that served a little bit of time in Coshocton. I think that town's known for its jail. That's
Seems
about
that
it.
way. Anyways, I don't want to get into this. Let's focus on tonight's show. We got to tighten this up a bit. We got some guys coming in here. My guy, Matthew Miller. We've had some great back and forth lately on the YouTube comments. He says he thinks Dallin Hayden has a potential like Zeke if he doesn't fumble. And he said Millersburg is southwest, like Amish country.
Yeah.
Ben Gross comes in. Thanks, Ben. Amish
Where I get
country.
my
So apparently
pies.
this is Amish country, but it's not even close to Pennsylvania.
There's a lot
No,
of
there's
Amish
no,
in
that
Ohio.
stretch of Ohio is Amish country, Joe.
That's
but how the
Amish?
fuck?
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck out of here! We're supposed to know where Millersburg is.
Yeah.
Ask him.
Somebody call me out.
Ask him. Say, do you know where Tiffin is, asshole? I mean, it's
I
about the
never
same
heard
thing.
that.
I don't ever yell at people and say, do you know where Tiffin is? We're on the map. No, man, it's fucking Millersburg. Stay in your lane. Anyways,
I never knew we were that close to Amish country from Tiffin.
we
I'm
are.
kind of impressed.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
just east of Willard, man. Going past Willard and shit. South
Over there by
Bucyrus,
Worcester, heavy Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right there, bro. You never saw
right.
it. You never. No, I've been out driving that way. We saw some of them horse and buggies.
No.
Weird.
I always stayed.
Yeah.
I always stayed within the lights of Tiffin. If I
I know
could
you
see
did.
Tiffin or Upper, no homo. Anyway, we gotta stay locked in on this show. We gotta tighten this up. We got 15 minutes to go, guys.
Oh my God.
We got to talk about this Notre Dame thing. All right, so give me your quick takes on Notre Dame not being able to pay the buyout for Utah's offensive coordinator. Jeff, you have to have an opinion.
I think they're spiraling. I mean, their offensive coordinator just came in. Alabama came in and said, "What are you getting paid here?" Okay, well, how about this?
Well, Tommy Rees sucks.
No problem.
I don't think he's a great OC.
Well, why is Nick Saban going to get? Sorry, that doesn't change
Lack
your
of
opinion
options?
a little bit. I mean, is Nick Saban really out of options with an offensive system? Can Nick Saban not find the guy he wants? He said Tommy Rees was not. He was under contract. He just went and said, "Hey," he just went and picked him. So I don't know, what does Nick Saban do? He's running a dynasty. I'll acquiesce to his opinion on coaches. But Notre Dame, like this, they weren't about to give him a contract, an extension, a raise. There was no fight. Like they just laid down pretty much. And I think you just see people leaving the coaching staff and everything. They're not willing to go get the big guys. I think they're spiraling. I mean, why does Notre Dame not have the money? What's Marcus Freeman supposed to do? Like he came in ready to run the game like an SEC game, and he's finding out. I think he might be finding out quick that it's not just going to be whatever millions to the football program, whatever they need. It's not going to be like you need it to be competitive on a national scale.
Yeah. Sean, what do you think? So they paraded around this Andy Ludwig, the OC from Utah, at a hockey game on campus in South Bend. And then suddenly they can't afford a $2 million buyout to bring him in. It seemed like it was
$2 million.
Right.
That doesn't sound right to me. To me, in my mind, a school like Notre Dame has gobs of money and gobs of alumni money. That $2 million, I mean, that's nothing in today's world. What these guys are making and buyouts. I mean, to me, that almost sounds like an excuse, not an actual reason. Like maybe they don't want this guy now or something. That's weird. $2 million, big deal. College football.
I think when you get to the point where you're bringing him on campus, you're taking him like in public exposure at a hockey game, in front of, I don't know, hundreds, maybe a couple thousand people at the most, but you're taking him out in public on purpose, parading him around, and then you back out of the deal regardless of the issue. Doesn't that seem weird? Especially
they probably found his Tinder ad or whatever, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we're out of here."
Yeah, he's a Mormon, like a devout Mormon, and too many wives. They couldn't accommodate all of them in South Bend.
No, I have no idea, and I don't even want to speculate on that. If it's the money, though, it's just, to me, that amazes me. It'd be more likely that it's scandalous than Notre Dame can't come up with $2 million. What are they paying? What are they paying Freeman?
Joe, has our podcast not gotten to a stance where we can talk about polygamy? I mean, really, it's not
outside of the realm of my discussion. I don't know. I don't have a lot of, background, but I can Google stuff.
Yeah,
I watched the HBO show.
It makes you wonder. I mean, they feel no pressure from the Big Ten as far as to join a conference for these network, these television deals these are millions and millions of dollars, because they think they have a pretty good deal with, that they're working with NBC. So, but with NBC now being a part of the Big Ten,
mm-hmm.
and them wanting to be on the West Coast and play the West Coast teams, and that 10:30 window is still open for negotiation with the Big Ten network, or not with the Big Ten network. The Big Ten itself with their rights, but they feel no pressure. I mean, Notre Dame feels no pressure, so are they okay? I mean, if it comes down to a lot of these money issues where they can't sign that check, they have an opportunity to make more money, but they're cool with not making that money, so they don't have to write those checks. I don't know what you got to wonder what at the top of the chain, what's the real goal?
Yeah, I feel like Indiana,
they
Purdue
don't want to make more money because they don't want to spend more. I don't know.
Indiana, Purdue would write that $2 million check and not even think twice about it.
Right. So Freeman,
to get in the game that they could be in with the big dogs like us, a lot of schools would write that check if they had the chance. Would move heaven and earth to try to get that chance to put that money up. But they just can't. They can't get it. Notre Dame, I don't know. It's odd. Maybe James Leonard Nice will tell us a couple of reasons why what he saw there and why he was happy to jump back to Columbus at the first opportunity.
Mm-hmm. I got Freeman's contracted like $5 million a year.
I thought it was 6.5. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, 6.5 sounded.
Especially, right. You know what you do? You tie it into the contract that you give him at Notre Dame and say, okay, and if you leave early,
job though, too, Joe.
If you leave early, then we're going to get our $2 million back and have $2 million added on top of your buyout that someone would owe us. You're going to have to sign, a 3-year deal or whatever it is, and but that's just moving numbers around. To me, it just doesn't make sense that they don't have the money for it.
Yeah. Yeah, some interesting comments here from the folks. Matthew, he says there's still talent there. All three hills, Kate Stover's farm, all in the inner city, and we don't have the South Florida Express. We should do more, though. Tyrone, ND fans feel they are becoming just an academic school. I think that's been a very slow evolution. That you're right, that's coming. Matthew says, I hope they fire Freeman so he can come to Ohio State because he can still recruit really well. I agree. You might have to fight Laurinaitis for that linebacker room, though.
For the defensive coordinator job. By the time that would come to fruition, it would be for the DC job.
Yeah. But Matthew does say
Freeman's
that
not coming back here to be a DC.
ND is forced to join the ACC.
Grad assistant.
Right. Yeah.
But Notre Dame is not forced. I mean, like, because the ACC, the ACC gives them those 4 games or 5 games a year they got to play. You know, that ties them to the schedule. But with no, they don't have to give anything to the ACC. They just get the 5 games. So they have a tie there. But the Big Ten's made it as enticing as it could possibly get, getting UCLA and USC. I mean, in Notre Dame, if they're still playing fucking hardball, trying to say, like, until you get Stanford and Washington, and then we can play, 2 West Coast every other year, different spots, like trying to make their stipulations to the league in order for them to join the league. I think maybe the Big Ten finally says, "Fuck you, man. We don't need you, bro. You're gonna need us, motherfucker." I might get to that point. I think Notre Dame might overplay their hand. But if they get tied into this fucking 12-game playoff, whereas they get an automatic seat at the table if they reach a certain criteria, then I think that's bullshit of all the other conferences, because they can freeze them out because they're independent. If these conferences all agree on something, they can freeze Notre Dame out and force Notre Dame's hand. Well, I don't know why they don't want to do it, but you can't acquiesce to Notre Dame and automatically give them like an automatic bids just because they're not in the conference.
Right. All right. So let's get into one last quick topic in the last few minutes. We're going to wind her down here. Do you guys want to talk about NFL draft props? We got some prop bets, like number 1 overall pick. How you feel about that?
Sure. I think there's going to be a trade at the top. So yeah.
I mean, let's hear them.
Okay.
I don't know much about it. When is the combine though?
Oh, that's coming up.
Who cares?
March.
Early March.
I do want to see Zach Harrison run to 40. That is my one thing I will watch. The rest of the guys I don't care.
Zach Harrison goes 4.5s. I bet he hits sub 4.6. Zach Harrison.
Yeah. So first overall pick, Bryce Young, number 1 at -130. These are the Vegas odds.
No.
CJ.
No,
hold up. Let me get through. Let me get through a list here. These are number 1 overall pick. It's not position. It is number 1 overall pick. CJ Stroud plus 275. Will Levis plus 500. Jalen Carter plus 550. Will Anderson plus 700. Anthony Richardson plus 4,500. Those are the options.
Wow.
How do you feel about the little guy going top? He's not 6 feet tall, folks. If anybody is out there paying attention, he is not 6 feet tall. He might be 5'11", most likely 5'9", 5'10". And you've seen how – what's that?
Bryce is only, you think, 5'10", 5'9"?
And he's not 190 either.
Well, I've heard from the NFL people that I hear on the different programs and radios and podcasts saying his weight and height, his measurements at the combine, just his measurements, regardless of if he throws or whatever, his measurements are going to be the huge indicator on his spot at number 1 versus number 6.
That's the thing. You can't hide that.
If he's not 190 pounds, I think he slides. I don't think he goes number 1 anyways. So his odds, I would not take any money on him going number 1. I think Chicago trades is number 1. I don't know.
This
I don't
is
know.
not speculation on what team is drafting, Jeff. Let's stay focused on the topic. Number 1 pick.
I mean, it's someone probably will want to go take one of those quarterbacks, but I think
somebody jumps up, yeah.
I think the game changer in this draft is the guy you listed fourth, Carter.
Yeah,
that's a dude that I think is gonna, wherever he goes, he's gonna have immediate impact and be a stud.
So you take him number 1, huh?
Well, no. If Chicago trades the number 1 to say Indy, and then say Indy's drafting 4,
Jeff, we can't do hypotheticals. I don't have time for that.
So I'm saying they'll trade the pick. It's likely they'll trade the pick because they have Fields. So they trade it to Indy. Indy takes Bryce Young number 1, and Jalen Carter slides to 4, and the Bears still get maybe the best defensive player in the draft at number 4. So in that case, Bryce Young still is the number 1 pick. I don't think the Bears draft him as a quarterback. I think they have Fields, so I think they do trade it, and they trade it to somebody that wants to draft Bryce Young. If Bryce Young, thinking about it, you take Bryce Young with the money as number 1.
If Bryce Young is only 5'10", like you're saying, Joe, there's no way. He's got to at least be 5'11", 5'11 and a half.
Yeah.
If he's 5'10", he's not even going to go in the first round.
No, Indy.
He will.
I think
he will, but he shouldn't. He is like a miniature. Is Kyler Murray 5'11"?
Kyler's smaller than him.
No, yeah, Kyler's shorter. Kyler's shorter.
Kyler's like,
but Kyler's got some muscle.
Bryce Young shorter and heavier. Shorter and heavier. He's like 5'9", 200 pounds. Whereas Bryce is, looking at like probably 5'11".
Yeah, Kyler's got the legs.
80.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
But so, do you guys think that C.J. Stroud should be the number 1 overall pick?
No, I don't think. I think he's the best.
Are you a Will Levis guy?
I think he's the best quarterback, but I don't think.
I just think in the way that it plays out, it's always.
I'm looking at the Chicago Bears. Looking at what the Bears need. The Bears is the number 1 pick. That team. What is that number 1 team? They have the number 1 pick. What do they need?
Everything.
They have Justin Fields. Right. So if you're looking, so all right. So Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis out of the picture. You have Justin Fields, Will Anderson, Jalen Carter. Do you take? Is the best wide receiver available? Is he worth a number 1 pick? No, I don't think he is. So do you take a possible game changer rush end or a monster to plug the middle of your defense? I don't see how
any of these guys.
What I'm getting at is Chicago trades it. Chicago slides maybe to 4 or 5 and gave them pick.
I don't care who is number 1 to. I don't care about the order of the draft according to the NFL. I'm going by these top 6 guys. If you're starting an NFL team that is like maybe they all died in a plane crash.
I'm
starting from scratch.
Carter,
you're taking a D tackle.
Yeah, these quarterbacks. This is a subpar class. This is a subpar class, in my opinion. I think I think you wait a year or 2, and there's better kids coming behind them. And
so you bring in a free agent quarterback.
Yep, I will start with Carter on defense. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point because I think this is a weak quarterback class. I mean, we kind of just made that point without even saying it until now. So you got basically 3 guys. And I can't believe Will Levis is actually I've been saying this for like 2 years now when people were talking about Will Levis being the next coming of, a first round quarterback. I'm like, why? What has he done? He might have the measurables. He might be a great guy in the meetings. I listen to the Todd McShay and Douchebag podcast, and they go through their mock draft for the first round, and Todd McShay just goes off about how great a dude Will Levis is. Like in the meetings, he's so awesome. He's got such humanitarian work. I'm like, whoa. Back up. This is a football focused job. You don't get extra millions in your contract for being a humanitarian or a philanthropist. So let's focus. Again,
but
people like to change the subject.
That. You're discounting that though, because
you're changing the subject, Sean. You do this every time.
No, you just did it and say content of someone's character is a big part of who you are and who you want on your team and the culture that you want. So to me, that's huge. And to discount that it's not is I think you're missing the boat big time on that.
But it cannot outweigh your playing ability, Sean. That's the point. Some people, like, I hear people basically giving this a 40-60 percentage of playing ability to character. Okay, great. I'm glad he's got an awesome character, Sean. I hope he gives all of his money to charity. I don't care. But you are paid to win games. You can't make money for your charity if you're not getting paid and if you're not winning games and if you're not in the NFL. Simple. Like, so I don't want any dirtbags in the NFL.
They haven't seen him play on their team. What else are they supposed to judge him by? They go out there, they're like, look, this is a really good dude that works
guys.
hard.
What are you talking about? Doesn't make any sense.
You're saying you got to give me the money, you got to show me the wins or whatever. They haven't had an opportunity to show them wins. So what can they show them, Joe? They have to show them the type of person that they are. And if they are a big person and philanthropist about that, I think that says a lot about people. And for you to think that these guys that are sitting in these rooms interviewing them don't think that, I think is crazy on your part, that you don't think that factors in when they're talking to these guys. Something like that.
It does, but he has not done anything in college,
and nobody else has
as a player. He's not a player. He's mediocre.
Well, I agree. Like I said, I think it's a weak quarterback class, and if I had an NFL team and you had to build it around one of these guys, I'd be like pissed. I'd be like, fuck, I don't want one of these guys. I just don't. Yeah. And I like Stroud. I wish the best for him. This Levi's, whatever he is, maybe he'll be good. I never liked the little quarterbacks. If he's 5'10",
Levi's 5'1".
That's good shit. Yeah. I think Stroud is the only one of these three quarterbacks that has an NFL future. He's done it on high level. He's got the size, 6'3", 215, 220. He's got the smarts, awesome character. You can't argue that. Team guy. What has he not done would be my question. What has he not done that you need to see? Won a national championship? That's it?
Joe, what it is, Joe? He has not gone undefeated because they can say how he played, how he played in losses. Now, he had a great game, and he had a great passing game in the Oregon upset over us. He struggled in the first loss to Michigan, had a so-so game in the second loss to Michigan. So I think that always, even what he showed against Georgia, and that has some people vaulted him ahead when they saw that performance, but some people still are holding on to the previous.
That was balls out, yeah.
So to me, the Georgia game.
Can he deliver in primetime? Can he? Is he a primetime quarterback consistently? I think that might be a question. But I don't know. I don't know why everybody's fixated on Bryce Young being better at like every level, and some people are like, is Levis 2 or is CJ 2 at each thing? But Bryce is always number 1. I don't feel it's the case, but I think there's enough NFL people that Bryce will be the first quarterback, which also could help CJ go to maybe a better situation. I I don't think CJ gets past number 6 or 7 pick. But I do think, Bryce Young will be the first quarterback. I would not take Bryce Young. I would stay away from him. And I would look at all my other options at anywhere in the top 10 with these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
How else can I improve
Agreed.
my team if I don't need a quarterback?
Agreed. All right, folks. We appreciate everybody joining us. Jeff and Sean, thank you. We proudly congratulate Super Guppy as the winner of the very first TBC Amazon gift card drawing. Congrats, Super Guppy. Hit me up. I will message you in YouTube through your comment. I will comment. And if you have a question, you can hit me at joe@thebuckeyecast.com. And folks, keep subscribing, keep sharing the channel, because we're doing this again. I think we're going to hit 600 by next Sunday. So we'll be doing this drawing again. And again, when we get to 1,000, that's the big dog. That's your hundo. That's your $100 gift card. We'll be doing a drawing for that. So we appreciate everybody, and have a good night. Jeff and Sean, appreciate you.
Yep.
Yeah, brother.
Talk to you later.
Peace.
Go Bucks.